By the way, the steel company in the ad, guy's name, by the way, is Joe Soptic, or Soptic, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, S-O-P-T-I-C. The guy who said, when Mitt Romney and Bain closed the plant, I lost my health care. Family lost their health care. Short time after that, wife became ill and died. Romney killed my wife, whatever. That's the steel company that was closed down years after Romney left Bain. Romney had nothing to do with closing the steel plant or ending the health care there or anything, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Republicans have starved kids, poison the water, poison the food, spread E. coli. Can malaria be next? Meanwhile, it's the Democrats who are aborting themselves out of existence. It's Republicans who want to kill. I'm going to tell you, if it is an utter and total waste of time to even engage this. During the break, I was imagining, okay, what happens if Snerdley gives me a Democrat caller who actually wants to make the case that Republicans are poisoning the food? I'd hang out. I'm not going to sit here and even for 5 seconds talk about it. To have to engage in something like that and to have to get into a discussion with some blockhead and say, do you really think that there's a political party out there poisoning people? And the guy say, yes. Where do you go from there? You hang up. You're an idiot. Don't waste my time. But now extrapolate that or make it larger. What are Republicans supposed to do? If the Republicans run out there, no, we don't poison the water. Well, no, Democrats are wrong. We haven't poisoned. Hey, kids, we're not trying to take food away. It's absurd. It's literally absurd. Yet, I'm told that the Democrats keep doing this because it keeps working, because there are people that vote for the Democrats because they believe all this stuff. That Republicans want to poison the air. This is, this new civility that we hear so much about from the Democrats. Have the Democrats blamed the Republicans for inventing AIDS yet? In fact, I think that already happened. Not necessarily the Republicans, but somebody blamed the CIA on it, or for it. Or the Department of Defense when the Republicans ran the show. And so now Romney wants steelworkers' wives to get cancer and die. And you've got Democrats out there hearing this, and their tongues hit the floor, and you're going to go, oh, yeah, man, really great ad. Really, really great ad. And the guys call, I want to talk about it. You have to engage people in, try to imagine being in a group of people and some lunatic accuses you as a Republican of wanting to starve kids. You actually get into a discussion about that and try to convince him he's wrong. You have no prayer. You don't have a chance. Now, how upside down? How upside down is that you don't have a prayer? Or if somebody's going to believe that, you don't have a prayer of changing their mind. If some glittering jewel of colossal ignorance really believes this stuff and you end up in a conversation with it, there's no way you're going to change his mind. You're dealing with something barely human in the first place, in terms of intelligence. So you take this further, and you say, okay, as a political party, how should the Republican, look, it's real. There's an ad that Mitt Romney killed this guy's wife. Well, what's Romney supposed to say? No, Mr. Soptic, I didn't mean to kill your wife. What do you say? No, Mr. Soptic, I left Bain Capital before my company killed your wife. No, Mr. Soptic, my company didn't kill your wife. Cancer's cancer, and it's a sad thing, but it happens to a lot of people. Oh, way to go. Way to be insensitive, Mr. Romney. So it's okay that his wife got cancer. What do you do with this kind of lunacy? What do you do with it? These people trying to wipe out Christianity. They're trying to eliminate the Constitution And we got to sit here and defend the notion that we want to kill people and poison the water and the air. Okay. All right. So I guess it's the Chicago way. They bring a knife, you bring a gun. They accuse you of spreading E. coli. You accuse them of spreading Ebola. They accuse you of poisoning the water. You accuse them of poisoning the scotch. They accuse you of poisoning the food. You accuse them of trying to spread nuclear waste all over the country, kill everybody. They accuse us of trying to starve kids. We say, well, you're trying to starve the country. And then there's this tennis match back and forth. The American voter going, well, they think they're going to starve kids, starve the whole country. Okay, which is worse? Which I want to vote for? Starving kids or starving the whole country? I guess I'll vote for starving the kids because more people will live. See? And then, well, yeah, it's good radio when that kind of stuff happens, but I mean, so then, on the other side of this, let's get into some arguments over who's going to speak at the Republican convention. And the Veep, Bill Kristol's out there now saying that he's got, Thursday is the day to watch for Romney's Veep pick. Bill Kristol, a Weekly Standard, appeared on Fox News, where he discussed an editorial published over the weekend in which he recommends that Romney either pick Paul Ryan or Marco Rubio. He actually said, by the way, beyond that, he said, but he's heard that Chris Christie is back in the mix. And he would love for it to be Chris Christie. Rubio, Ryan, both good, but if it's Chris Christie, that Kristol will be very, very happy. Stuart Varney, the fill-in host on Fox, asked Kristol to elaborate on his publication calling for Ryan or Rubio to join Romney on the ticket. Kristol took the opportunity to say that he recently learned that Chris Christie is also still in the running. And he went on to say that he thinks that Thursday is the day to watch as the most likely time in which Romney would reveal his VP pick. He said, you look at Romney's schedule. He's got events in Illinois Tuesday, Iowa Wednesday, a fundraising breakfast Thursday morning in New York. His calendar is then clear, so far as I, Bill Kristol, can tell, Thursday afternoon and Friday. Then he starts a barnstorming tour Saturday, Virginia, North Carolina Sunday, Florida Monday, Ohio Tuesday. It'd be pretty weird, I think, to do this 4-day tour through the 4 swing states without having picked a VP. Why would it be weird to go through it without picking a VP yet? I can actually see waiting until the night of the convention to pick the VP or to announce it. At any rate, so Chris Christie, Kristol likes Christie back in the mix, Rubio, and maybe Paul Ryan. No, don't miss it. I think what I meant was that when the initial roster speakers was announced for the Republican convention, there weren't too many conservatives listed there, and Santorum, who has offered every ounce of assistance, has been rebuffed, and his name wasn't on the list to speak. So some people made some noise about it, and last night they announced Santorum's going to speak, which is a good thing. No, don't misunderstand me. Oh, speaking of the Veep business, Obama is out there. He whispered to some people yesterday he thinks it's going to be Petraeus. Yeah. And Drudge has run with this as the lead item, and it is going to be Petraeus as the Veep. General Petraeus. Do you remember him? General Petraeus in the MoveOn.org ad back during the Iraq surge era, so forth. So a lot of names are floating around out there. It's also been announced that Jimmy Carter is going to speak at the Democrat convention by video. They're not actually letting him in the convention hall. Former President Jimmy Carter, well, when they told him they weren't going to let Michael Moore sit next to him, I think he threw a fit. Former President Jimmy Carter will not be attending a Democrat National Convention in Charlotte, and a lot of other people may not. You know, they're really worried that on the big Thursday night when Obama accepts in front of the Styrofoam Greek columns at Bank of America Field, that they're not going to fill it. They're worried now they won't fill up that stadium. Jimmy sent a note that Rosalynn and I regret that we'll be unable to be at the Democrat convention this year in Charlotte. However, we remain steadfast in our support for President Obama and the progress he'll make in the next... What progress? He's not making any progress. Nobody's making any progress. There isn't any progress. In fact, progress is looked upon as a problem by these people. What progress? There is no progress. No matter how you define it, there's not for the American people. There might be progress for big government socialist types. Carter, who spent his post-White House years hammering nails at Habitat for Humanity, will offer unique insights on Obama as a global leader on Tuesday, September 4th. Unique insights on Obama as a global leader. What are we going to get? Videotape highlights of Obama bowing down to this leader and bowing down to that leader and apologizing to this foreign leader and apologizing to that one? What unique insights are there on Obama as a global leader? I got to take a brief time out here. Obama won the Peace Prize. So did Jimmy Carter win the Peace Prize. But they hadn't done anything for it. Neither of them have. But I got to take a brief time out here, folks. It's obscene profit time here on the EIB network. Don't go away. We'll be right back.